Boom! Yes, folks, Hume here again. How are you going? It's been a while. Long time we had talk. Long time we had chat. Long time I put out something for you. So here goes. We're here, so let we go. First of all, though, let me wish everybody Happy New Year, Merry Christmas belatedly, Happy Carnival, etc., etc., etc. All right? So I'm going to do two things in this video. One, I'm going to give all the solution to this question. And two, we're going to have a short little discussion. You know how we like to talk when we're talking about the maths. All right? So these numbers came from the January 2026 CSEC Maths exam. Question 1A, part 2. And basically what they wanted was for you to state the difference between the value of the 3 in these two numbers. All right? You have 3201 with a subscript of 4, which is 3201 in base 4. And you have 6351 with a subscript of 7, which is to say 6351 to base 7. All right? So, before I give you all the solution, I just want to state that my playlist on YouTube, I have a playlist on YouTube that deals with this whole topic of number bases in excruciating detail. The kind of detail that a lot of students like to run away from. But we will get to that after I give all the solution. All right? So if you need to double down on this topic, you ain't really sure about it, you ain't really understand it, you don't know it, check out my playlist now. Humemaths is the YouTube channel. 4 videos, the total time is about hour and 15 minutes. Alright? I take my time and I discuss it, and I give examples, and I show you that you're a little more familiar with it, with the process than you think, but go in the playlist and check it out. So without going into all the details, I'm going to just give you the solution as follows. The value of this one is 1 by 4 to the power 0. The value of this 0 is 0 by 4 to the power 1. The value of this 2 is 2 by 4 to the power of 2. And the value of this 3 is 3 by 4 to the power of 3. In this number here, the value of the 1 is 1 by 7 to the power 0. The value of 5 here is 5 by 7 to the power 1. The value of this 3 is 3 by 7 to the power of 2. And the value of this 6 here is 6, that is written outside there, by 7 to the power of 3. Right. So I give already place value. That is a whole topic at the level of SEA. That is where we start to deal with that whole, with the whole issue of place value. The value of a number in a particular place. The value of a number in a particular position. Right? Of course, all of your counting at the level of SEA primary school will be in base 10. As you get out of primary school now, you started getting to other bases, which is what this question is dealing with. Alright? So the 3's, the numbers that they're looking for will be this 3 by 4 to the power of 3 and this 3 by 7 to the power of 2. So this 3 by 4 to the power of 3 is 3 by 64, which is 192. And this 3 by 7 squared is 3 by 49, which is 9 3s are 27, 4 3s are 12, and 2 is 14, 147. So the difference between these two numbers would be 192 minus 147, which would be what? 45? Yeah? Change the color of the ink. Whew. Alright. Let me do it. Basic. 192 minus 147. Of course, you would use a calculator in a question like this, right? 12 minus 7 is 5. 8 minus 4 is 4, right? Yeah, 45. Problem done, right? Very, very, very simple problem. The issue with this problem, though, is that notwithstanding the simplicity of the problem, the fact that number basis is not a regular topic on the exams means that a lot of teachers just bypass the topic 1. They probably just treat it in a wish-washy manner 2. And students themselves, even when teachers teach the topic, they don't really take it seriously because they ain't seen it in the past papers, right? The last time there was a question on number basis was somewhere a few years ago. And I don't want to try to guess the year, but it wasn't too far away from 2026. So for students who would have been doing all the maths papers, which is the ideal, you want to do all the available CSEC maths papers, maths. You would have seen the question on number basis some years ago. And in doing that question, you may have put yourself in a position to be able to do this question in 2026. For the people who do some past papers and they don't do others, if you did the past paper with the number basis, no problem. If you didn't do the past paper with the number basis, you have a problem if it is you're depending on past paper questions that you did to provide you with material to go into the exam with. All right? So all of that to say that it is expected that the examining body would tweak the exams. There are certain patterns that you get accustomed to the exam coming a particular way all the time. Well, I mean, at some point, the examining body will wake up and say, but wait, let me shake it up a little bit. And they will throw a little thing, make it a little different. You had to tell yourself that they could do that. And that now will inform your preparation. Let me give you an example with the same number basis. The CSEC syllabus specifically says, I'm a syllabus boy. Hold on. Let me see if I find it here. Well, I get in real candid moments here, you know. I'm talking and I'm thinking while I'm talking. And as I'm thinking, I had to find something that I wasn't thinking about when I started to do the video. Anyway, I really want to do this thing, you know. Hold on. Ay. Mama, yo, Pancho. Hold on. Real excitement here, boy. Hey, I feel like getting it here. No? Alright, okay. Alright, forget that. The point I'm trying to make is that the CSEC syllabus specifically mentions bases 2, 4, 5, and 10. Those are the bases that they specifically mention. I see the syllabus. Hold on. I throw my eye in the corner and I see it. Alright? Well, let's see how excited my videos has been. Right. So I'm going to read from the syllabus to make the point that I'm making here. Right? The syllabus says as follows. Hold on, let me tell you where in the syllabus it is. Section 1, number theory and computation. Section 1, subsection 7. The syllabus is like a constitution when you're doing the people exam, right? Subsection 7, section 1. State the value of a digit of a numeral in a given base. That is it right there. Right? In a given base. And then on the right side, they have place value and face value for numbers in bases 2, 4, 8, and 10. Right? It doesn't even have 5 here. 2, 4, 8, and 10. That's what the syllabus have. Let me read it again. On the left hand, for specific objectives, state the value of a digit of a number in a given base. And on the right hand, content explanatory notes, place value and face value of numbers in bases 2, 4, 8, and 10. Now, if you want to take a strict, legalistic, black and white letter of the law interpretation of the syllabus, you might complain because the syllabus doesn't mention base 7, right? But on the other hand, the syllabus says in a given base, right? So even if you want to follow the syllabus, there's still room for those of us who want to be lazy to say, well, all right, base 2, base 4, base 8, and base 10. And then you go in the exam and you see a question in base 7. What are you going to do in a situation like that? Right? Especially given that the syllabus says, state the value of a digit of a number in a given base. That is why you're supposed to prepare in a particular way. And that is what I try to do as much as possible. Sometimes you don't always get to prepare students the way you want to. Sometimes the students might come to you late, all kind of things. There are any number of variables, but at least we must have the ideal in mind. Right? You have to take a more thorough approach to your preparation. I'm talking generally for the maths and I guess for other subjects as well. Right? A lot of us students, we like to shortcut. Right? You shortcut either by avoiding the topic totally or you do the least possible work and then you probably go in the syllabus. For those of us who actually go in the syllabus, which will be a very small minority, and you go by exactly what they have in the syllabus. I mean, right? So for a topic like number bases, ideally what you want to do is to learn the thing in such a way that you could deal with numbers in any base. You could find the place value for any digit in any base. Forget the 2, 4, 8, and 10 that the syllabus say. And focus on the any base that the same syllabus say. Because you see what happened here today. Well, this year. Base 7 and base 4. Right? So, I just want to use the opportunity again and in closing of this video. One, to plug my playlist. Because in my playlist, I spend 75 minutes talking about all the different bases. Explaining the procedure, starting from base 10, which we're already familiar with. We are accustomed to base 10. We counted in base 10 and we don't even know we're using base 10. We figure out the procedure and then you just apply it to all the other bases. And there is it. It's not as hard as all you think it is. If that is what you're thinking. But check out the playlist now. Right? And enjoy it.